arrived late.
Well, it definitely swung, Wilco. No question about that. Emotions are running high from this young fella, Harris Ralph, after last night. No problems on the front foot, though. Let's have a good look at this. Hone in on it. It's definitely pitching in line. Oh, I tell you what, I don't know if it's swung enough to be missing. Look, he's right back on the crease there. It's hit him hard.
Oh, this is a matter of millimetres. Oh, now then, two questions here. One, has it pitched on or just outside? Secondly, has it pitched enough, or has it hit the pad enough in line, or is it just slipping down that leg side? There's no connection with the bat.
It's absolutely pitched in line. Thudded into the pad. We've heard that sound live. It's got to roll it on now. Yes, sir, that's in line. Look at that. Boom, and middle stump out of the ground. He's going to have to go. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Holes everywhere. Wickets falling, tumbling, in fact. It's raining wickets.
Imam, his debut, he gets one, and it's 6 for 2. Game on. Madsen, he's played 100 matches at T20s, top scorer of 86 not out. This is his debut in the HBL PSL. He's got a good set of numbers there. Here's Harris Ralph. And there's a bit happening out there.
You're not wrong. There's a lot happening. Look at this thing, pitching in line, striking in line. I'm surprised Hawkeye had that hitting middle stump with the curvature of the ball, but this young man's on fire. He's on a roll, actually. The emotions are high. There's certainly something happening from last night. It's spilled over onto day 2. Absolutely magnificent pace. Swinging.
Oh, it's a good ball to receive.
Don't often see it. Look, are you interested to know your theory on this? Why there seems to be limited amount of bowlers in world cricket that have the ability now to be able to swing the ball. We've seen 2 dismissals tonight from the right-hander and the left-hander swinging back into the stumps. Why is that?
Well, I think you've got to have a certain amount of belief in yourself to bowl in a fashion to give the ball enough time to swing. Flash hard, says a very famous commentator. And I'll just finish up with that. This is our Pepsi catch and claw. They're all in a good position, aren't they? I think Pepsi catch and claw, they have to drop the numbers or the letters first if the ball's coming their way. But if they catch the ball, if it's coming their way, they're in a chance for a million. And also, I think with the short format, bowlers bowl in a certain fashion. They may be short of a length, maybe it's just not with swing in their mind. And that translates to how you hold the ball and how you let it go. Okay. With Shaheen there, he bowled in a way, in his mind, he was going to bowl in-swinging full deliveries. He sensed that he was going to bowl an in-swing, like Wasim Akram bowled to you a lot. I think with other bowlers, you get a one-day or a T20 format where swinging the ball doesn't come into it. It's where it's a strategy where it lands. It's only Darren Sammy who can dare. Who dares wins. Our Brighto paints colourful fans down the leg side. But You know, if you talk to, let me think about some of the Australian bowlers. All right, Darren Sammy, he doesn't bowl anymore, does he? Darren, but I do believe, you say, even in our commentary box, Danny Morrison swung the ball, and he swung at 145, 150 miles an hour. But I reckon that when he was playing the short format, I'm not sure how much he thought about swing or whether to get the ball in a certain area. Do like Haris Rauf, though. He's got a few tools in the drawer. 2 overs, 8 for 2. Don't go away. This could be a very close contest. Always on the button, isn't he, Shaheen?
Well, Wilco, there's no question that you're a special dude. I reckon I would have asked 99 bowlers that same question over my lifetime, and I haven't heard one of them, apart from you, talk about the mental aspect of bowling. The fact is, you could have listed off 10 technical things that were important to be able to swing the ball, but no, you mentioned the mental aspects, the ability of a bowler to be able to pitch the ball up, mentally challenge himself so that he's not thinking about getting runs hit off him, as opposed to the ability to have the courage. And I think that's where we've actually seen the advancement of batting over bowling. Batters now have the courage to try and challenge the risk, and there lies the reward. So it's beautiful to see now how bowlers are coming back into it. We've seen the resurgence of actually leg spinners back into our beautiful game. The off spinners, we challenged the way that they would think in the shorter versions of the game, and they've responded. So I hope there was a lot of fast bowlers actually listening out there today around the mental capacity to swing the ball. I think it's important.
You want to keep those for another day. You want to keep those for some of the best in the world.
Well, we're playing at the Wacker here, the Western Australian Old Cricket Association. That is an absolute beauty. That's cannon into Taylor's gloves. Look at this. Whack. Put it straight on his chest. What a talent.
He's got a wrist snap, hasn't he? The things happen with his wrist that other bowlers, they just don't have. It's something that comes naturally. He's got good rhythm. He is steaming in. Tried to bowl the Yorker. But that's the point I made. He's gone for a couple there, but in himself, he's saying, come on, I can get the Yorker. I don't worry. I bowled a full toss. He's not going to worry about it.
And the thing is, his captain's actually asking him to do exactly that, Wilco. He's asking him, begging him, in fact, to take him wickets. So you rarely get wickets bowling halfway down. You might be able to set a batsman up with that, but you get wickets with deliveries that swing, shake back into the stumps. It's beautiful to watch. It's hard to face.
Our Zik Motor Oil Challenger gives you a chance to win $100. And the Zik Motor Oil, he slipped on some oil there, did he?
We've already seen one incident tonight where one of the fellas cannon into each other, sort of American football style.
Got it. Oh, I'm getting excited here. I thought he was coming towards him. 3 gone.
Welcome to Emirates, Mr. Jones. Just sit back, relax, and let us entertain you.
Oh, again, that ball swung late into the pads. And he's got a genuine away swinger, but this is probing stuff from both these young bowlers.
Yeah, back of the length swinging, then sets it up with a fuller one. not really looking at the stumps too much. Finally comes searching for it. All of those deliveries. I can see Danny Morrison's ears prick up, and folks, that's not good when that happens, but we start talking extensively about bowling, he gets excited.
Oh, you want a second slip. Maybe there should be a second slip in there. You're asking a lot of your bowlers.
Yep, I think you're right. I think a second slip is warranted. Ball swinging a little bit. Need to take wickets. Don't do that, and the game's going to be lost. There's just not enough runs on the board. Leading to 61 now. We've got to see a poultice of wickets falling here.
Contest going on here between ball and bat. Umar Amin has come in and he's been very steadfast. Well, this is Haris Rauf in the previous game against Karachi Kings, and he picked up 4 wickets. Picked up the man of the match, and yes, his heart is with the Lahore Qalandars. Samin Rana, he enjoyed what his young charge did. Just getting a little bit excitable here, the bowler. And if you make a move for the head and shoulders, the move for $1 million, you might end up being a lucky winner of $1 million Pakistan rupees. Short again, too short, and it was well read by Umar Amin.
I think he was sitting back there because even though he doesn't have the benefit of Hawkeye, he was realising he was bowling a bit short. And I think last night we were talking about what, as a young fast bowler, had a really good night out in the sun. Last night, the importance of being neutral the next day. You're going to have more bad days than good in cricket. That's the reality and the truth of being a professional cricketer. So keep it simple.
He's just lost his length a bit here. 4 overs gone, 23 for 2. Now, by nature, he is one of those bowlers who bangs the ball in. He hits the deck hard, so you're not going to see much by the way of swing from him. And that's the way he bowls, because he's a one-day specialist.
Yeah, forget that conversation that we're just talking about, the romance of swing bowling, because he's going to hit the wicket hard. He's a big, tall boy. He's worried about his economy rate mostly, to 7.5. Gee, that's a good shot. Even in defence here, Amin's looked really good tonight. Ball cannoning into the middle of his bat. Reminds me a little bit of Murali Vijay. Good wrists. Lets the ball come hard. It's back of a length, so he stays back in his crease. He sets his footwork up a little bit like Shane Watson as well tonight, and just hit through the line.
Oh, he's got a good bat and he's using it well. I don't think it's got enough for 4. I think we just had the Asia Games gymnastics contest in that chase. I hope he's all right, because you don't want to see one of your best young cricketers going over like this. He tried to flip it. Oh, he's landed badly on his shoulder here. But I think that's going to be 4. It is 4, but of more concern is the health of Shaheen Shah Afridi. It was a wonderful effort, but you don't want to see one of your best fast bowlers diving like that.
It's becoming a little notorious, isn't it, this ground? We've seen 5, 6 incidences where players, Sabi de Villiers himself last night, who one of the great athletes of the modern day game, and he's just come unstuck by the fact you dig into the turf here.
Oh, he's absolutely leathered this, and all that the qalandars could do was watch it hit those boundary cushions.
Incredible sound this was off the bat. Again, very short and wide, so he's had the double no-no. And it's been dispatched with absolute ease. Nothing better than that when you get a bad ball and you put it away, and you've even got time to have a bit of a stare at it as it flies to the boundary.
It's gone short. He's picking up everything short. Well, Ados, going back to our initial conversation, he looked more vulnerable when the ball was probing on a fuller length, and that was at least 1.5 yards fuller than they bowled now.
And look, you could have this conversation anywhere around the world around what length the batsman doesn't want to face. Ball moving around, holding the wicket, and it's always that same consistent thing that you hear in dressing rooms and coaches say at the top of off stump. That'll do nicely. You bowl that 9 out of 10 times you're in the game.
That's better. Like that. 5.
Welcome to Emirates.
Gentlemen. Who took it out? Your brother on the right, Bears. You used the word searching, and he's just going too full. He's trying for that Yorker, trying for that full toss. Just needs to get back to that short of a length. The ball is swinging. Maybe just bowl that conventional seam up, hit the deck, get the ball to move. Trying too hard. Yeah, a little bit of frustration too, because Valuan came on. He's such a great exponent in one-day cricket, Harvis Valuan. But he disappeared for 13. And it's made it really tough here for Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's got a wicket, but now it's just straight in line now. When you go searching, you always give the opportunity for a boundary. He's looking for that magic ball, that magic Yorker, and just misses it. Fine leg in the circle. Easy boundary for Umar Amin. We've seen some tremendous bowling in match 7. Real wide, so it just adds to the heartache and frustration of young Afridi. Yeah, and I look back to that first innings in terms of Hassan Ali. The aerial lucky t-shirt launcher. Win those washing machines and sign bats and balls and catch up with Ramiz at the post-match presser. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, again, striving for something magical here. Just not happening, and the game is quickly running away. And Umar Amin doing this well. Just waiting on that delivery down the leg side. He just needed to catch up with it, and he did that. Short down the leg side, little flick, and another boundary. He's on to 37 now with 7 boundaries. Working well. One to go in the power play. Oh, making another one still to go. Incredible there. Umar Amin makes 37 and clearly way up in front. Next best is there, Madsen at 3. 5 extras, that's up there. What's Shaheen got? But 2 full. And that is run away here for 4. Expensive over. 14 from it. The 50 is up for the loss of 2 after 6 overs. Ali is into the action. Wickets the other night.
Omar Amin with his 8th boundary this time. Another full delivery and he's just bunted it down the ground. Nice piece of timing. And he goes on to 41 with a strike rate of 157.
Just shows you when you bowl full, the ball shape enough in the air, or that magical swinging length, as Hassan Ali did. 4 for 15. Just shows you what it's capable in a spell early on. Yeah, just like to see, just going back to a bit more of that. Shaheen Afridi, 1 for 25. His last over disappeared. It was crunched to 14, throwing a couple of wides, but by and large, Shaheen Afridi, very exciting. Here's a bit more left-handedness with Rahat Ali. Here's the speedsters and their Osaka power run, looking for the Olympics next. And I think he came second. I got smoked. No chance of winning the cool hamper there, buddy. Well, I think he was looking for the tennis courts rather than out in the middle here. Wrong kettle.
Rather just hitting back of a length, and there's still a little bit of movement, and in hindsight, when Lahore Qalandars look back, they'll think just 120, 130, and we'd have made a game out of it.
That's useful too. Amin is in a hurry. This is the way it has to go. Anything slightly looser off, batsmen just got to go after it in a low-scoring affair.
A short and wide, and he got underneath that. And the effort was a great one. Aerial diving effort to stop the boundary.
A bit late for you, mate. Love the passion, though. So we've had 7 overs here in the second innings, and it's... It's Hassan Khan. Oh, head and shoulders move for a million. Get me down there. Shake at the pieces.
Nobody can keep up with your moves, Danny. Not even head and shoulders.
It's an opportunity. Good to see Hassan Khan at the bowling crease because he's been brought into the side. try down there. They stole it off Dean Jones. It's Dino's hairdryer. Yeah, I need one of those. I don't.
It's actually a massager.
Good spotting.
Now you need one, don't you?
I do, my friend. So, this over's fast running away. It doesn't matter because they've gone down so quickly. Oh, Caltex Fantasy League thrown in as well for good measure. Yes. Cruise mode here for Peshawar Zalmi. See how quickly they can knock these off. Of course, it all helps the net run rate overall here in season 4. Just enjoying tea. So are they in the stands. Twins are in the house. Right, Ali. Oh, he has been pumped through cover. Handsome stroke this one.
Quality. Quality by Umar Amin. 50 comes up, 59 for 2, and Umar Amin has 48 out of that and 9 boundaries. Back foot drive, classy. Shot of the day for me.
Yeah, absolute quality. Through cover. Back on the spot. Old J Dot on the spot. Yeah, looking forward to match 8. We're going to move to Sharjah. Quetta Gladiators versus the Multan Sultans. Talk about hitting the spot. Oh, short one. Who wants it? Here we go. Oh, put down in the night sky. In early. Saad Ali, substitute. Unlucky, Chief.
Yeah, good shot one by Rahat Ali. Climbed on Umar Amin, a top edge, and he was gone for all money. But Saad Ali, oh, unlucky.
And put that down. It's hit the spot here with J Dot. Winner gets a gift hamper. I think that's a Chuck, darling. Go upstairs. No, it doesn't count. A little kick in the old. Happy with old J Dot. Right on the spot. $50 up. And good stuff. Young lefty, yeah. Salute to the dressing room. Well done.
Played well. 34 balls, 50 out of 62. Trying conditions, ball swinging around, and Umar Amin comes to the party. He's got a lot of promise. Played for Pakistan a few years ago. Hasn't fulfilled the talent that he has.
Oh, knocked him over! Celebrate Rahat Ali. That is a peach of a delivery. Talk about hitting the top of off or middle.
Talk about hitting the spot. Ball cutting back in. Cut Madsen in half. A little bit of seam move movement, perfect length, top of off, all that you want, and all that Radali's got. Another wicket for the Qalandars. That's an out for 5, 62 for 3.
There's time for Kyron Pollard. Huge amount of experience. Played just about the most ever, this guy. Heck of a strike rate. And a pistol, I think that was recent, last year's Caribbean Premier League there in St Lucia. Enjoyed that immensely. I had to witness that firsthand. No run there though.
Radali's been on song this tournament throughout. And this one was right on the money. Ball just hit that seam, conventional seam, comes back in, hits top of off. Yeah, what a sight for a left armer. Hits this through the onside and gets another boundary. He's been on song. He's been the batsman to watch. 54 now. 10 boundaries in that. He's just dealing in them so far, and he's looked so good.
Yeah, it's hit the spot, isn't it? Spot of that bat. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, heading through the line and enjoying himself here. Umami, bowled, but still manages to eke out another run here. Cutting down now, it's just a dozen required for the Zalmi. Oh, it's a peach, it really is. Look at that length. Matty Hayden was on about where that beautiful length is hitting the top of off. Batsmen don't know whether to go forward or back, and they get caught on the crease. A-la, just like that one.
Fazal Mahmood, cap for him, top wicket taker. And Haris Rauf with the pace, but Radali with the wickets.
Oh, I think that looks out. Look to Goody. Big appeal. Come upstairs, please, says AB. Absolutely. I think this has hit him on the boot, flushed. It doesn't look like there's any bat. So we're going to come up. Already had a nod out as well from umpire Riaz. This is all good. Here we go upstairs.
He's got pace and he bowls that Yorker to perfection. Ball just angling back in. Hits the pad right in front, but he's walked down the crease. He's quite a way down the pitch, but it's hit him in line. But because of the fact that he's come down the wicket, maybe that's just a little bit of doubt for the umpire to contend with.
Well, BK, I'm going without. It's full, and he's not got any bet on it.
Why doesn't that surprise me? You're going without.
I'm going with the dot, mate.
Out of here.
Yes. Nothing there. Nothing there from the woodwork of the blade.
Wilco from the back of the box says not out. So Danny has said not out.
No, it can't be. Are you kidding me? Oh, 3 metres. Are you joking? And he's going to go, yeah, let's... and they slipped on the leg by the boot.
So if it were given out, it would have stayed with the umpire, but because it's over 3 meters and the umpire said not out, well, it stays, and Danny Morrison, as usual, is wrong.
Yeah, bowling's up, bowler's umpire. It's just so... Harris! He's trying to bowl his short one and he's got battered for 6 more. Talk about crunch.
67th HBL PSL 6. Too short and super pull shot. In front of square, maximum 84 meters. Umar Amin, 61, has played blinder.
Yeah, he has carved his way through the 40s and 50s and is rocketed into the 60s here. 61 from 38, 10 fours and 1 maximum. Hard to believe that's his first tonight. He has smoked it to all parts. Can he finish it here in style? It's a short one. Eyes are wide there. So there's another extra. We're down to 4 now. And Umaman is loving it to pieces there. And we're enjoying ourselves as well. Cheers to you, Umar Amin. Get back on the Tapal tee, son. As they say up north, lovely jubbly. Oh, yeah, well bowled. Good little fight back. We've had 10 overs. It's 75 for 3. Oh, dear. I can see why he doesn't get a bowl much. This has disappeared. And finishes match number 7 of the HBL PSL in season 4. Crunched by Kyron Pollard, some 20 metres back. Wonderful piece of batsmanship though from Umar Aman. 61 not out. The next highest score was Anton Devsic's 18. Incredible. Wonderful display from the young man.
Well, Pollard showing it how it's done with that monstrous 6. We've seen him hit quite a few in the HBL PSL, and this is probably one of his biggest ones that we've seen. But Peshawar Zalmi